Good morning. This is George Kachuk with RCM Wealth Advisors reporting to you from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago. Here we are halfway through September, and let's talk about what's going on in equity markets. The equity markets are basically still in a confirmed long-term uptrend. However, we have seen a little bit of selling pressure on the NASDAQ and the S&P 500, a little bit more so on NASDAQ. We have a count of about 5 distribution days, and the distribution day is a day of where the volume increases and the selling and the NASDAQ trades down, the increased selling pressure. And that's kind of pretty high because once we start getting about 6 days or so, the market may start spilling over into correction. However, with all the indexes pretty much near the near-term highs, the market is in an uptrend. So here's the levels we're looking at. For the S&P 500, it seems to be dancing above that 2,000 level. And as long as it holds above about the 1976 level, 1972 level, the market should pretty much stay in an uptrend. And the NASDAQ, as long as it stays above the 4,500 level or the 4,485, it tested that earlier last week, bounced off there, got stuck again at that 4,600 level as it reversed on Friday. So those are some levels to keep an eye on. Other positives for markets are that the Dow Jones Industrials are at new highs, as are the Dow Jones Transportation Index, sort of confirming the Dow theory of a primary bull market. Now there is trouble in the Russell 2000. That continues to weaken. That's the small cap index. So that's something to keep an eye on or just keep in the back of your mind. Now last week, one of the more hyped up and interesting things to talk about was Alibaba, symbol BABA, which was a huge IPO, the largest IPO ever, that debuted on Friday. And we got a lot of calls from our clients like, should they get into it? So what I'd like to talk about is, you never really want to buy an IPO on its first day of trading. You want to give it some time to trade to see how the market's going to accept it, what the supply and demand situation is going to be for the stock. Now, Alibaba is compelling because its fundamentals on paper, if you believe all the numbers, is stunning. Basically has a 5-year earnings per share growth rate of 120%. And these earnings are extremely stable. So this is, so it makes it interesting. So it had about 6 or 7 quarters of triple-digit earnings growth rate. Last quarter earnings came in at about 60% and sales came in at 45%. That's a very strong company. So how do we play this? Well, the way I want to look at this is you want to look at recent big IPOs and how they acted. Basically, most IPOs, you want to wait for them to consolidate, form a base, and then see if they can take out the highs that they made on that first IPO day, and that may be your entry point. Now, why that's important is, for instance, Baidu, when it came public in 2005, it was a very much hyped IPO. It took basically 2 years to get back to its first price of that IPO high that first day. So when it came out in 2005, it was until about 2007 it was probably the right time to buy it. It traded up to $150 that day, and it actually even hit $50 sometime in that whole 2-year period. So you can see you can get a lot of trouble. Facebook, another overhyped IPO. Basically, it took you a little bit over a year just to not even break even, but just to give you a buy signal. So when Facebook came out in September of 2012, it wasn't until about June of 13 where actually it broke out after earnings and then started to take off from there. So you have to wait on these. Another example would be Google. Google also is an IPO, came out the first day, corrected a little bit. This time period was shorter. It was about a 4-week period when it then took out its high that it made at IPO day, and that was your buy signal. So you want to use these former IPOs as a precedent as to what may happen. That doesn't mean it has to happen like this, but this is just something you can use as a guide. Even something like Michael Kors, when it came out in December 11, very successful IPO, it moved sideways after a little bit of a pop for about 4 weeks, and then January gave you your buy point right as it was taking out its new highs. So that's what you want to look at when you're going to play an IPO. So the rule is you never really want to go on the first day. Wait to form a base, wait for it to consolidate, see how the market accepts it, see how the market is. The market might not even be right. So that's something we're watching right now. So as always, let price and volume be your guide. Use historic precedent of charts of IPOs to give you a clue as to how you might want to play this. This is George Kachuk with RCM Wealth Advisors reporting to you from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago. Good luck trading.